Oh, hello. Welcome to stream. Can you hear me okay? All right, great. Awesome. Welcome to stream number 7. Today we have some. It's a bit different this time. We have nothing to build, but we do have stuff to open. Stuff from Age of the Primes. We have Swerve, Nexus Prime, and Sideways. So we'll do Swerve first. Um, and yeah, let's just get started. See, it's still doing the thing that Gears did, when chest is there and not there. Why did they do that? Okay, there he is. There's Swerve. Repaint of Gears, so I'm expecting it to be just as good. Joints feel very nice. The head doesn't have that much range, that's okay. Still haven't figured out how to plug the backpack in, I see. Yeah, let's try seeing him transform, see if the transformation has been affected by the retooling. Hello, how's the transforming coming along? We have just started, so yeah, we'll see how the transformation goes. Hopefully, it's still as good as Gears. Also, welcome to the stream, the Transformers D7J. Yeah, that's still a good transformation. And it leads to a really good alt mode. Yeah, very, very nice. Hello, hello, Megatron26M6I. Welcome to stream. Yeah, good stuff. And then, how well is it transforming back? Because I heard that's a problem. Do you have Swerve G1? I don't have Swerve G1. This is the only Swerve that I have. And it is a very good one. I like this figure. I'd say Gears is probably better. It feels a bit smoother. But this is still like a decent little guy. He can sit down right there and we can move on to Nexus Prime. Okay, first impressions, it feels kind of gummy. Like the joints don't really feel that great. You, let's see, let's get his accessories out. Okay, where does this part go? Right in here. And then that will just come down. And then the guns will... Can the guns not go on the back? Hold on. Yeah, it shows them on the back on the box. So how do they go on here? Oh, there's two pegs here. Okay. They were hiding from me. Anyway, so there's Nexus. So far, like it doesn't feel that great. Like it feels very like sticky. Like the joints don't feel really good. Um, so let's see how it looks transformed and see if that's a better experience than the robot mode. Okay. Hello there. Hello, Green Operator. Welcome to the stream. We're doing something a bit different here because I have nothing to build, so we're just doing some Transformers unboxing. So we've had Swerve so far that I really like, and then Nexus, which I'm not necessarily into so far. It's a bit stinky. Yeah, I can see why you're not into Nexus at the moment. He's missing most of his components. I mean, so far it's just sort of hand feel. Like I don't really like the way the plastic feels. It feels very gummy. The joints feel very sticky. It is, and the transformation's doing a lot of like clever steps, but it's like it just doesn't feel all that good, you know? Uh, yeah, I see. I kind of had the same feeling with my Souls Prime when I bought her back in November. Yeah, it's just not great in the hand feel. And when I review stuff, when I look at figures, hand feel and like solidity is like the thing I value the most. Because if a figure isn't fun to handle, then it's it's not a good figure as far as I'm concerned. These are supposed to be fun just as much as they're supposed to be for display. So when they're not fun, they're not fun. Well, there's the jet mode. I feel like this could pass off as a spaceship, but I know people want realistic jets, even though they're aliens. I feel like this could pass off as that if they had just added like a back section like here. But as a spaceship, I think this works as a spaceship. It's just, uh, yeah, I don't think the figure is doing it for me right now. My mind might change when I make the review. I could try looking at the combine mode while I'm here if I can figure out how it works. The primes are literally hit or miss figures. On one side you have figures like Megatronus and Liege, and the other side you have figures like Micronus and Solus. I I I I liked those two, but like I can get why people don't like them. I don't know how the combine mode works, so I'm gonna have to look at that in the review maybe. um, yeah, let's get him back into robot mode though, so I can give my thoughts. Let's get these instructions out the way. Okay. But yeah, I didn't have a problem with my Cronus or Solus. I think the primes so far have been alright. At worst, they're a bit boring. Like Primer is very boring design, and like Alchemist is at least solid, but he doesn't really do anything. And then like I mean Megatronus is fantastic, but like gotta admit Nexus has one of the best faceplate visor heads I've ever seen. Yeah, we'll get back to the robot mode and then look at it again because it is a very nice head sculpt. I will admit that. Okay, this goes that way, and then yeah, very nice head sculpt. I do like it a lot. I think probably out the three figures, the best one here might be Sideways. Out of personal experience, yeah, I'm excited for Sideways the most. But we have to get through the other figures first to see Sideways. Yeah, I don't really like the guns in his hands either. They're like too thin, and he just looks stupid holding them. So yeah, these will go on the back. Give him some wings. And then he has his gun fists. You can go back there next to Swerve, and then we can move on to the boy. The king of plot twists, because he did a lot of those. Honestly, I gave him one of the guns from a red cog. I will give that a test because I still have my red cog. Okay, we got parts. And then we have a mini con. Okay, I think this splits in some way. Is it just a peg? Yep. And then this will just be... see. I thought I was missing a part for a minute. But no, it's just you have two little guys right here. And then they can combine into one big guy. He's the only one. He's the only one who's packed with these actual mini cons. If only Hasbro sold mini con 3 packs for 10, I would make them rich. Yeah, I think they do need to bring back like a small scale line of figures, because I really like the Cyberworld stuff because they're just fun. So if we could get like core class back, or like even like mini cons, like we need little desk toys to go with our robot men. Okay, how does all this plug on? So he has his two beating sticks that can just plug in right there, and then so this one goes on this side, and then this one goes on the other side. The ones from, hold on, they're literally two children posing as an adult to get a ticket for a movie. The ones from Siege and Earthrise were quite neat, but they could have been better, yeah. The only thing that makes me hesitant to buy Cyberworld figures is the lack of elbow. You can ignore the lack of elbows if I'm being honest, because like they're still just fun figures. Like you can mess with them at your desk while you are working, and that's like the best thing about them, is that they're just fun. Okay, and then we need to add on different heads. I prefer this one, so we're going to do this one. We just take off this head, or do we? Or do we swap them? Oh no, that's a ball joint, so we have to swap them in some way. So we unplug these, and then the chest will come down, the head will go in, while also flipping these back. Yeah. And then we get a peg, and then that's where the head goes in. And then there's the head swapped, and then we can also change his faction, because I want him to be evil. And then we have the evil man. Or we can do this guy over here. And now he's the other guy. But yeah, I'm gonna use the black one because that looks better. Yay! Because he's the most evil thing I've seen in Armada with the sole exception of Thrust, but that guy is goofy and evil. Yeah. I mean, I loved Thrust and Sideways. They were like the best parts of Armada. Anyway, let's get this guy transformed. Okay, so we have to swap the heads again. And then we keep the arms out. We do what we just did, so we bring chest down, fold in head, fold handlebars up. If I'm not wrong, in the box art for the recolor of Hotshot, they teased a Thrust figure that never came out. Yeah, they did. They did do that, but I'm sure now with like Age of the Primes, we might be able to get like a better Thrust, because I think that picture on the Hotshot box art was just an Earthrise Seeker. I think now if they were to do Thrust, it would be like new figure, new parts, like nothing reused. Anyway, what am I doing? Flip this. And then okay, and then we are going to fold the hands in. I would really love a figure of Armada Blur. He has such a sleek and cool design. He has a cool design, but the character is horrible. He was such an asshole. I'd also love a smoke screen figure, but knowing Hasbro, they could make him a retool of Earthrise Grapple. No, I think we're like sort of done with the whole like, oh, if it's not G1, then it will just be a repaint. Because if we can get like a new Sideways, and like pretty much all of the Armada figures have been new, so I don't see why they would stop with anyone really. So I don't think we have anything to fear with like them making any of the characters a repaint. I don't know why, but Sideways gives me the same vibes as the Megazord that the Omega Ranger drove in SPD. I don't know what that is. Sorry. I am not a Ranger or like Super Sentai guy. Never have been, probably never will be. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, okay, I see you, Sideways. So it's confirm that out of the three, Sideways may be the best one. I haven't handled the Cybertron version, but like this is pretty good. Let's get his Minicon on there as well. Yeah, that's really good. If I'm being real, like that is probably one of the best bike modes I've seen in a while, and it stands up on its own. I'm gonna transform it back and then see if I can do this without instructions, because I think if I can master this transformation, then it won't be so bad. Or it's not a bad transformation. I just think if I can memorize it, then I can do it easier. The only bike form I've ever handled was Revenge of the Fallen Knockout when I was a kid. I didn't have a lot of Transformers when I was a kid, if I'm being real. I had a few of like the Revenge of the Fallen Legends, and that was it, really. Same. I remember having the big jetpack Optimus Prime, TF Prime Magnus, and some Legends class, including a playset of Prime Wheeljack ship. I think the only big transform I had was Revenge of the Fallen Ratchet. Okay, I transformed him back. Now I'm gonna see if I can do it without instructions. Okay, so that, and then that. Some comic book store have them, but they're really random on what they have. People don't care enough to have them in Toys R Us. People don't care. They often go on sale on Amazon. Honestly, I've been able to start collecting last year because collecting them here it is like two sides of a coin. Yeah, but for me, like stuff like comes out really late, so like by the time I get stuff, like everything's already like irrelevant, and they've moved, and everyone's moved on to the next wave of figures, and I'm still stuck reviewing the old waves because it came out so late, and everyone's already reviewed them already. Yeah, I see. Same thing here, but we're still stuck at Buzz. We're still stuck at Buzzworthy Bumblebee. That was what 2023. That was 3 years ago. I feel that is awful. Like, is it at least the good Buzzworthy Bumblebee stuff, like Origins Bumblebee, and like get a good Rise of the Beasts Optimus? I remember during Rise of the Beast in the stores they only had Nightbird. No one else, just Nightbird. The mainline or studio series? Because I could do with a studio series Nightbird. No, we have B127 Cup and G1 Cliff Jumper. That is awful. And I thought Australia was bad because apparently Australia, like, they get like nothing. I'm pretty sure they still have her on clearance for €14. I might have to go to Italy and get myself a Nightbird because I am missing one for my Rise of the Beast shelf. Yay, I did it without instructions. I'm a smart guy. We recently got some Beast Wars reissues for some random reason. Yeah, they did that. They did the Beast Wars stuff. Honestly, I could praise that figure's accessories and the fact that they cleverly from the spoiler of the car. Who? Oh, Nightboy, like they put the sword on the back, didn't they? Yeah, that's a good use of accessories. That if you don't want to leave parts off of this, you can just give him a skirt and a backpack of legs. That's funny. That is very funny. Anyway, I'm going to transform him back now. He's a fun little goober that may or may not be the assistant of the literal devil of Transformers. Yeah, that's why I said he was like the king of plot twists, because it's like, hey, I'm an Autobot, haha, fooled you, I'm actually a Decepticon, haha, fooled you again, I'm actually working for the devil, haha, fooled you again, I actually am the devil. And that's why I love Sideways. Hold on, can I give him like a double face? Because there's a peg hole. Boom, I've solved everyone's problems. If you don't know what face to choose, you can have both. He's double dealer, but 10 times cooler, yep. Sideways better than double dealer, definitely. Especially figure-wise, because a lot of double dealers' figures suck. I mean, as a concept, because him and Double Dealer are two totally different figures. I mean, as characters. I mean, it's still though, like, Sideways has the cooler design, the cooler gimmick, the better figures. Okay, let's see if can I look up a picture of the combine mode for this and see how it works. Transformers Nexus Prime. Let's see. Should probably. If I look up a guide, it might come up with something. Come on, see. And then go to YouTube. Jesus Christ. Hold on, give me a second. This isn't working. Here we go. Prime combiner. Let's see. How to transform and combine. Here we go. Has anyone said anything new on chat? I'll just check. No, what did I just... No, go away. There we go. Okay. How to transform. Yeah, okay, come on. Okay. So this comes up and then also down. Or is he are you just doing jet mode? How to jet mode? Okay, no, I want... Oh, we have to put him into jet mode to go to combine mode. Okay, let's go to jet mode. I can pull chat back up while I do this. Hold on. I remember my first Chug figure was Grapple. I was fond memory with him. Now he stands proudly on my Transformer shelf side by side with Torn. And he's also turned 3 different tones of orange somehow. Yeah, Grapple, like, out of all of Earthrise, like, Grapple was one of the best ones that we got. I haven't really handled it in a while, but I do have like fond memories of like getting Grapple and then him being like one of the most fun to like handle. I didn't know that orange plastic could start yellowing. I mean that's just like that plastic in general, like the War for Cybertron / early Legacy plastic. Like it had a problem. Okay, so we have him in jet mode again. So now we can go jet to combine mode. Okay, so yeah, take the wings off, flip this down and then up. And then these come up. And then what? Hold on, you're going too fast. Okay, elbows bend backwards. No. So what do we do? Oh no, I was right. Like, this goes that way, and then you go in here, so why aren't you going in here? Now you decide to go in here. I still have my appointment with Dr. Monster. Okay, and then yeah, you're just doing the same on that side. So then what do these just go in like this? Yay! Now we're getting somewhere, Mr. Bean. And then I'm guessing these just... Yeah, yep. Alan, get out of Soundwave's body. The landlord wants to play Burnout Revenge on the PS2 with you. I don't really care. It is me, Alan. And there is the combined chest mode. So he'll have a body at some point. Ooh, cool fun fact about smooling fronds. I still have my appointment with Dr. Monster. Glep, did you take a paper clip? I counted 37 this morning and now there's only 36. Anyway, I think we are done here. I like Swerve, I really like Sideways. Nexus, I think I'm gonna need some warming up to. But yeah, that's it for me. If you enjoyed, then do all the stuff that YouTube watchers do. I will see you all next time.